gentlemen.
Hello, lady.
I haven't told you this, Mike, but in the recording for Fireflies, I have named this episode 005 for your eyes only.
Ooh, good.
Now,
that's a hint. Right?
Why don't you tell us, Mike, why I might have called it for your eyes only?
Okay. We have a special guest, and I'm actually really excited that he was also very spontaneous, like last week, Miriam. Okay, I'm in. So I contacted Daniel, and Daniel is, he calls himself a self-hacking coach. And we met each other at the Super Coach event in Tallinn as well. Pretty cool guy. I called him quite often Daniel Son, because he reminded me on Ralph Macchio. Now the magic is on. Daniel, the stage is yours. Why are you a self-hacking coach?
Good morning, everyone. Here I am as Daniel San. So many people call me Daniel San when they see me, and I've been 20 years working in myself, hacking the patterns that I've herited from family, from tradition, from the culture, you know. And we have built a mindset. We have built an intelligence that it's collective intelligence. And this collective intelligence is part of us. So we have a lot of paradigms, patterns. We have a lot of programs, I like to say, because when we put ourselves as a computer and we put the mindset, the brain, as if it was a computer, we can understand that we can uninstall programs, we can reinstall programs, we can erase programs, but we also have viruses coming in and out. And those things are affecting our life, are affecting our well-being, are affecting holistically the way you show up in life. And this is why I came up with this self-hacking word, because I heard 2 years ago the word biohacking, and I was amazed with that word. And for sure, it's a powerful word to change the way the body embraces life. But to really go deep and make a real change, transformational change in our lives, we have to hack the programs, we have to hack the belief system, we have to hack the value system, and we have to hack the collective intelligence that it's influencing ourselves. And this is why I have came up with this word, that it has so much power to make real change, because you are the only responsible for your own life, and you are the authority in your life. And this is why, Mike.
This is awesome. This is really awesome. And I think, to come back to what Munil said with the episode name, For Your Eyes Only, what blew my mind at that time when we met was that you said that you help people with eyesight, people who can't see anymore. You even shared with me that example of a blind person who made his driver license. I was totally amazed by that. You won't guess how many people I told about you. So I even talked to my daughter today, because I said, okay, that podcast you need to listen, because she also has glasses, and I had glasses. I got my eyes lasered 12 years ago, and I just went to your website, and I also looked at a thing when you show yourself there still with glasses 4 years ago or something. And I want to hack myself. So, and I think Munil as well. So help us, teach us.
Yeah, just to be clear, when we say hack ourselves, we don't mean into a million pieces. we meet, to get better. So I know there's some people out there for whom that is a thing. Please don't do any hacking of yourself or of other people. So that's my disclaimer done. We may continue.
Yeah, and it's hacking. It's a word that has been used in a bad way for so many years, and right now, like in this in this new era, it has become a way of doing things faster, easier, more enjoyable, and really go to the actionable information to improve our not only our eyesight, to improve our lives, to get in charge of our health. And I heard in one meeting in a fest from Mind Valley, I heard this woman saying that we are healthy by birthright. It's a birthright.
Yeah.
And we have lost this birthright because of patterns, because of systems, because of how the collective intelligence is working, having these fast solutions, LASIK. I'll bring you the fast solution. And for me, it was fast solution. It was like LASIK. So when I understood really what was behind the eyesight, and that I have the power to heal myself, my body has the power to heal itself. This was mind-blowing for me, and I want to explain this to you in this episode, and have the right tools so you can understand where this comes from and break some myths, because we have a lot of myths on eyesight. So I brought this little toy here, and there's a lot to say about the eyes. And
sorry, for the people that are listening, Daniel, can you just describe what you're holding? Because there'll be people on Spotify and YouTube. So
yeah, I'm holding like a 6-time bigger eye module, where we can see the composition of the eye, and we can see the muscles, the rectal muscles that moves the eye from left to right, and the muscles that the rectal muscles that are above the eye, that moves the eye up and down. And we have the oblique muscles too, that moves the eye like in oblique sense, like in diagonal. So when we speak about muscles, have you ever had any tension in your neck, tension in your back, tension in your legs? Have you
all the time? I just did a
Oh.
run this morning. I feel my legs.
I just did 10x, everything stiff.
Okay, so you can imagine that these muscles in the eyes also make tensions. So in the eye refractive errors, the common eye refractive errors are nearsight, farsight, eye strain, astigmatism. Those are like some people know them as myopia, hyperopia, or presbyopia, and a lot of people think that eye refractive errors are heredited. I've heard that.
Yep.
And in the last 20 years, there's been so much research in the field of epigenetics that right now we know that the environment affects more to turn on or turn on off a gene than hereditating and being like you heritate a disease or a illness or whatever, and you are a victim of your inheritance.
So let me just re-emphasize that for everyone, right? So epigenetics. So if you think of, so we're told that because you have a gene for cancer or a gene for heart disease or high blood pressure or whatever, that it's going to manifest. And the entire branch of epigenetics is dedicated to recognizing that the genes are just a template, right? How that template manifests is down to how you live your life and a bunch of factors, some that we can control, others that we think we can't, but we probably can, right? And so this is what Daniel's saying. This is really, really, for anyone that doesn't understand epigenetics, have a look at it. We're not making this stuff up, right? It's true. And there is science that backs it up. So carry on, Daniel, sorry.
Yeah, and thanks for the recaps. So powerful to understand that in different ways, because this is science, this is evidence-based, and I've been working for almost a year with the method that helped me understand how the eyesight can be improved. And I have seen so many people improving their eyesight, and so many stories that could be for some skeptical people like magical. But what I want to tell is that this, what we have here, is really a magical machine. We can use it for the better, or we can stick to the old programs, the old stuff that we have inherited, and have a not so good lifestyle. So we're speaking about these muscles. These muscles can keep tensions, and when they are tense, you start seeing blurry. You go to the eye doctor, and you get measured by the state of mind and the state of being you are on that time.
Moment, yeah, at that moment.
That moment, you are receiving that measurement of your eyesight. And when it gets measured, and 1 week after you received your prescription glasses, you put them on, and for many people, for a lot of people, most of the people, they see like, oh, like they feel very awkward with the glasses.
I can remember. I had exactly those kind of moments as well when I got my glasses the first time, also when I got lenses. So your eyes need to get used to that for a while, because otherwise you think, whoa, what is that?
So the tensions in your eye have to be the same tensions you had from the moment you measure the diopters that the eye doctor, ophthalmologist, optometrist measured the eye globe and the refractive error. And when you go back 1 week after, 2 weeks after, you are a different person. So you had the experience, Mike, and the diopters are not in your eye. They are in the glasses that you receive. So William Bates 103 years ago found out was that this can change 3 and 4 times in a day. So you can start your morning, you can see clear, and then by the end of the day, you are tired, your muscles, because whatever happened in your day are tense, and they are changing the way you look. So they got the tensions, and the globe changes the shape, and you start seeing blurry. So that's something that we have to understand. We're very malleable, we're very conditioning. So we have to start conditioning ourselves instead of being conditioned by the environment or by any other human being who you are giving the authority to. When we go to the doctor, they have a lot of knowledge, and it's very powerful to go to a doctor when you have some urgency. You're in an emergency and you need to have something done right away, But before getting to that stage, with lifestyle changes, you can make a lot of changes in the way you live your life. Habits become symptoms. So what I understand now is that every symptom that we have in our life has a message for us. And it's been also proven that 90% of illnesses are stress triggered.
Yep.
So when we have some issues in our work, in our marriage, in our friendships, or with our kids as parenting, and we are experiencing emotional breakdowns, it's okay to experience them. And it's also okay to understand that that's a moment that is passing, and that you have the power to unleash those emotions and to express them and to feel them, because we are being taught to put the emotions below the carpet, mop them below, and not expressing what you feel, and just hiding them, and that's not good for the body. So we have to express, not as reaction and just being mad for a while, and not being aware what happened in your body. No,
But
it's
learn
okay
to feel them again, right? So go through them.
and to go through them, and to understand where they are coming from. Because if you repeat an emotion for a long time and you don't manage the emotion, it can stick in a muscle, it can stick in the body, and for those are traumatic events that happen.
Glad you said that. And this is you can get your own numbers on this. I've seen 70 to 80%, but this trauma sits in your bodies. So one call to action for everyone is, please do not ever say to anyone, be strong or man up or suck it up. That is not how you deal with things. How you deal with these emotions is to feel them. Because if you don't feel them, you don't recognize them. If you don't recognize them, like Daniel says, it just sits in your body and it will cause all sorts of chaos. We're talking about eyes, but I've been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and it's getting better. Why? Because I am dealing with the emotions. I'm dealing with the trauma. And trauma isn't just bad stuff. Don't think that just because you haven't been physically or emotionally abused that you don't have trauma. We all have trauma, right? So, and that's a really, really important point to remember.
And there is an amazing book on that. And thanks, Daniel, also for pointing that out, that it's all caused on trauma. The book that I'm referring to is called If the Body Says No. Munir and myself, we had already a long discussion about a person who we both admire, Gabo Mate, and he wrote that book about trauma and how trauma manifests in your bodies if it's unsolved, if you're not dealing with that, into diseases, chronic diseases, and that actually almost every chronic disease that we know has in the roots why it actually happened, trauma. So when you now just speak about the eyes, Daniel, my father called me, I think it was on Sunday. Oh yeah, yesterday was Sunday, yeah. And he just told me, while we are now going on vacation, he needs to go to the hospital because they discovered in both eyes gray star. I don't know if this is the word in English, what you say for elderly people, gray star. Do you say
cataract?
Cataract?
Cataracts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether they replace the lens because it becomes foggy.
Yeah. So from a psychomatic way. It's also like a chronic disease. Now, it's not an emergency thing. It's something that slowly comes, especially for people at a specific age. You probably would say that don't go to the doctor, right?
No. I will say that yes, go to the doctor, understand what's happening, and get that diagnosed, and research. Make your own research on what are your possibilities. And there's a huge possibility in natural vision improvement to understand the root cause of the symptom, the cataract symptom. It's like something coming up and from in your eyes, and it comes for people that for some reason when you are getting retired and you don't find purpose in life, you don't find you already did all you needed to do, and you worked for a long time, and you feel that you are not you don't serve now to whatever your cause is. And there's a lot of people receiving that. Also, people as a secondary effect can receive the cataracts also. And we've seen many people understanding the root cause of cataracts and preventing any surgery or operation. So it's possible for not only refractive errors, but also for pathology, like cataracts or glaucoma, or yeah, there's a lot of issues with your eyes as a pathology. And it's also emotional things that you have to deal with. And it's also possible to improve your vision with cataracts, glaucoma, and all those issues in your eyes. So it's very important to know and to understand that we have to unblock those things, the patterns, unblock the myths. You know, the one myth is, as I get older, I lose my eyesight. And the self-fulfillment prophecy says, oh, if you believe it, it will come true. So what you believe is something you have to take special care on. What are the belief systems you have in your mind? Which are the thoughts that you keep on let them be? Because most of the thoughts are not you. Those are things that you've learned from environment. So the power of environment, that's what epigenetics is all about. Epi is above genetics. So environment really affects a lot. And what I mean by environment is the social, like who the people you're surrounded with, the belief systems you have, the thoughts. Belief systems are thoughts, the thoughts you have, conscious or unconscious, how you deal with emotions, how you deal with stress, and how's your lifestyle? How do you sleep? What do you eat? And how do you move in life? Not only doing exercise, but moving as metaphor of being in the time and space, you know? So all those things affect our body and our life. And we have to understand and really go deep and create new manifestations, because just a thought that is repeating in your mind, conscious or unconscious, is digging up a mental circle or a mental path that will lead you to where you are being afraid of. So fear is really something that we have to deal with, because fear, what we are more afraid of, is what actually happens. I don't know if you've experienced, but a doctor says, or you're gonna die in 6 months. And if you don't do some mindset work and you don't deal with the emotions and you don't put yourself first than the doctor's diagnosis, boom, it will happen. It will happen for sure. Self-fulfilling prophecy, because of an authority, what an authority that has a lot of power in the society has tell you. And we can go to the Chinese way of doing medicine. It has lost a little bit, but in the past, you used to pay the physician or the healer to maintain you healthy. And when you are not healthy, you stop paying. We have all the way around. We go when we're bad, and we don't have someone. Yeah,
And we pay a lot.
and we pay a lot. Yeah.
It's interesting. So I'm curious then, what led you to eyes in particular?
Yeah, well, after NLP approach, psychology, and all this, I want to be different from what's normal. I was very confused in life. I wasn't having the dream job, even though I could do whatever I wanted and do, because I was managing a co-working space, and it gave me kind of freedom and kind of, I can do many things, but it wasn't my purpose. It wasn't connected with my purpose, and I was really, really confused. And in 2016, I went for the first time to the eye doctor, and I had 0.5 and 0.8 of astigmatism. And I bought the glasses, but I didn't use them. And 1 year after, I went back because a friend came and she was seeing blurry. So I said, let's go. And we went together. We bought a Groupon to have the transition glasses cheaper, you know. So yeah, I was in my mindset of going and buying glasses because I need them. And it was very funny because the first measurement that I did was 2.25 and 2.50. So it changed a lot. And for me, it was very awkward. So I didn't trust. And I decided to go to a paid appointment. So I lost that money and I went to a more recognized ophthalmologist in the city. And what was really funny, when I went inside the consultation, he had a little flyer or quote that said, "A free exam for your eyes can cost you an eye from your face." Meaning that a free exam cannot be so good and can have not so good measurement of your eye that can lead you to a bad experience with your eyesight and get your eyesight worse every day. And the funny thing is, this was 2 hours after the first measurement. And when I received the measurement, it was 1.55 and 1.75. So it was less 2 hours after. I didn't understand why, but it was like that. And I trusted this guy, this optometrist, and I started wearing my glasses because he said that if my father had that and I have it, I have to use them for life. And he doesn't recommend me to do the LASIK because it wasn't that much and it could be reverted. So he was very transparent in that part. So I used the glasses for 2 years until something magical happened. My mother sent me an email from Ainhoa de Federico, the Clear Sight Method. So I I was amazed, and I was not only amazed, but really believing and having certainty that this is possible to improve eyesight, that it's not something that I will have to, for the rest of my life. So just meeting her and having the free course that she does like 3 or 4 times a year, I could have stopped there because I stopped using my glasses, and for me it was very understanding of when I study medical NLP that every symptom has a psychosomatic approach, that it begins here and that it expresses in the body. So I start like analyzing what's happening in my life. What is it that I'm confused with? What is it that I'm struggling with in life? And this was the big shift for me. So I decided to go deep with her. I bought the program, the advanced program, and 6 months after, she was opening the first visual educator certification, like to become a visual coach with her. And I, with no hesitation, I ran up and I did the entire course. And I saw many people with um, different symptoms. People like Natalia, she used to wear glasses since she was 2 years old. And when she turned 42, she went to the exam in the license, and she was able to drive without glasses. So for people who were also like actually born with some eyesight issues, it's possible to revert the issues. For there's a lot of possibilities when we unblock the self-healing power that we have in our bodies. And that's how I came up to the eyesight approach, and I start connecting. So after Mind Valley University, Super Coach experience, and Tony Robbins, I was asking myself how to make this process easier, faster, and more fun for people. Because these courses sometimes are very long, and the process is not, it's difficult for many people. So I decided to come up with a retreat, 3-day, 5-day retreat to come without glasses, come with glasses and go out without glasses. Rewiring your brain and really understanding the root cause and unblocking and letting go a lot of emotions. So let me tell you when this idea came up. I was in Mind Valley University and I did 2 sunset experiences. And the second experience, like it was a tribe event. After explaining what I've explained today, we came up. There was this guy that said, "You told me you were going to do a meditation to go deep in the eyesight," and I said, "Yes, but now it's cold and we don't have like a good space." And it was already 11 at night, so it was late. And 2 ladies said, "Well, we have an apartment in around the corner. We can go there." And we went there, and we were 9 people. And we went into this 30-minute meditation. It was a little bit fast, but one of the participants, she's Anna, and she's from Germany. She had 3.75 minus in each eye. and she decided to stop wearing glasses and to embrace blurriness. And right now, I spoke to her 2 days ago, and she was 10 days without using her glasses. And when she tried to put them on again to drive, she couldn't see through the glasses. So she's having improvements. She had a lot of improvements in just a few hours, and this is possible.
Wow.
Now what she has
Just,
to try,
I'm sorry, Daniel, just to be clear, this is from that 30-minute meditation in the apartment.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and this was a decision she made, because after doing that, she realized she was unblocking like the moment that she started to wear glasses and what was happening in that moment, to release those emotions. So we went and we did this meditation. It was a meditation with like interaction, mental interaction, and mental creation. So it was really, really powerful. A little bit of suggestion, hypnotherapy. It's a combination of things that we did there. And she could release the emotions from that moment. And when you release those emotions, the actual muscles change. So she was able to see better, not perfect, but better. Improve eyesight in 30 minutes. So that's a huge thing. Yeah.
Wow.
And she did a testimonial for Mind Valley. We met in the airport the 24th of July. Coincidence? No, synchronicity, you know. And she said, oh, I can give you a testimonial. So I recorded a testimonial from her, and now I'm helping her like more one-on-one to release more, because it's not one session, it's
Yeah.
something you have to do for a while. But what you can actually achieve in one session is seeing that it's possible just in 15 minutes to see better. It's possible in 15 minutes to see this power. So yeah.
Wow.
And, you know, for anyone, this is, this sounds crazy, but it's actually not. And it takes some self-work before I think you get to the point where, see, I think the challenge I would say, Daniel, is if for someone coming to you, they have to be open-minded. Okay. They have to believe that the power is within them, even if it's on a small scale, right? You have to be able to do that. And this is, you know, this is why I'm very skeptical of what doctors tell me about my health, because I know the power is within me, right? And, you know, you can say things like sleep is the most effective drug on the planet, not excluding anything, right? So if you take something like that, then to your point, the human body is an amazing creation, but it doesn't just fix things by itself. Why? Because our environmental factors are wrong. We're stressed out. We're not eating good food. In fact, most of what we eat, or most of what is sold, it's not even food anyway, right? It doesn't meet the legal definition of food, right? We're putting this stuff in our bodies, okay? So what do we think's going to happen? Do we think our body's going to reward us?
I mean, that's the thing. The body stays busy and is distracted instead of healing. So he needs to digest that shit that you put into you. Yep. Right. So it's the same thing. So this was also what I learned. We talked a while ago also about that fact that my wife got a cancer diagnosis in 2017, and they gave her 3 to 6 months to live. I mean, she's still there. She just wrote a book and published a book about her journey, but it's inside her. So it's inside you. Everybody of us produces every day millions probably of bad cancer cells, but the body can erase them again, right? And if the body because the body tries to protect you, and if the body is busy and doing things that are more urgent, then those kind of stuff can come up. And it's no coincidence that, for instance, in industry countries, the ratio of people, or let's say the chance, the possibility, the likelihood that one of us gets cancer in an industry country is much far higher than in a development country. And that was weird, because when I did then all that research, I saw, oh, it's 7 times more higher to get cancer in Switzerland, which is so clean. Everything is so well organized. Everything is, I mean, I can drink the water from the lake, actually. But in Indonesia, where my wife is from, it's the chance 7 times less. So, and I thought, why is that? I mean, they're all smoking those glove cigarettes or anything like that, right? They're burning plastic on the streets. So, I mean,
it's got to be something else.
You know, from India, right? If you go to Mumbai, for instance, I mean, you have the same kind of effects there. And then the only rational response that I got, which makes no sense for me, is, yeah, you don't see it because they don't have health insurance and they don't go to the doctor, and you don't discover that they might have cancer.
Mm.
So
yeah,
right, and
yeah,
I think,
I don't know about that.
So
yeah.
I really believe what you say. The body is your strongest, or you are your strongest healer by yourself.
And, you know, we're not poo-pooing medicine. Look, there are situations where you need to go to a doctor.
Yes,
like,
if I break my leg, yes,
yeah, there is no way you're going to will it together if you break a joint.
Exactly.
Right. But I think the challenge is we get programmed just to accept everything we're told at face value and not to be curious. And I'm not even saying challenge people. I'm just saying be curious. Right. Because once you're curious, then that starts to unlock the pathway to a lot of the stuff that you're saying, Daniel, right? Because then you realize, not only do I don't know what I don't know, but also none of us knows what science doesn't know. Science can only measure the stuff that it knows. When the world was flat until someone proved that it was round, right? And again, this could all be perception. This could be all one massive matrix where none of this is real. This is just energy, and this is perception of energy, right? Either way, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter. If you believe you have the power, if you believe there is something else than what is presented in front of you, and you approach your life with an element of curiosity, then things start to happen. You start to rewire, you start to ask questions, you start to do different research, like you did with your wife, Mike, like you did with your eyes, Daniel. It's amazing, right? Just from being open-minded and curious, just like our kids are.
Yeah, that's it. And this is really powerful information, and it's only for you to get more curiosity and to research more on your own. This is not medical advice. This is, and it's very important to know that, because it's just my experience, it's Mike's experience, it's Munil's experience, and you can have your own experience. But just understanding that this machine or this body, it's so amazing. It's like a creation of the universe, or whatever you want to call it, you know? Yeah. So what I want to do, I would love to do a meditation, as Mike told me to do, but I will rather do that more profound in a second chapter. If you invite me to a second chapter,
absolutely.
And what we can do now is just teach a little bit more about the eye and how you can take care of your eye to be more as you brush your teeth, you should be taking care of your eyes, but not as, oh, I have to have 15 minutes a day to take care of my eyes. No. It's just as a kid playing with your eyes. So I want to show you some things in the eye. So we have the other muscles that not everyone knows about. So this is one muscle that we have in our eyes. It's an sphincter. It's the iris. So it also contracts and relax. So to make it more flexible and make it and exercise it, we want to do 2 exercises. So one of the exercises that that it's like the main exercise, these 2 are the main exercises for natural vision improvement, is palming. So to do palming, I always suggest to shake your palms so you can have the energy. You can feel the energy in your hands, and then cross your fingers, put the palms concave so they don't touch the eye. Close your eyes and put the palms above your head, your eyes, the palms above your eyes. And you can also ask your cells. The cells also listen to you. So ask the cells of the muscles, ask the cells of every part of your eye to release tension, to ask them to heal themselves, send them love, send them gratitude. We have to start doing these emotions, the high self emotion, like high frequency emotions of gratitude, love, and you can feel and image, like visualize green light coming from your palms and going through your eyes and healing your eyes. So you have the power of the energy, the imagination, and the power of also suggestion, conditioning your body, your cells, and reprogram your cells to release tension. So that this is a powerful exercise, and you will get your iris to contract, to contract the muscles, so the light can go in. When you're in the dark, you can see the pupil. It will the black dot will get bigger. This is because of the iris contracting. Okay. And sorry, releasing the tension. The iris is releasing. And when you see, like, you are in the other exercise is sunning. So a lot of eye doctors are very afraid of the sun when you have cataracts and when you have some issues in your eyes. The sun is harmful for sure when you are exposed more than 25 minutes in a row. Like you can get burned with the sun. But the sun, less than 25 minutes, it's nurturing. Those the UV rays, the rays from the sun, are very powerful to heal and to nurture. The vitamin D that we receive from the sun, it's not only through the skin, it's more through the eyes.
So you mean you close the eyes and you lay in the sun?
You can close your eyes if the sun is above the horizon. Like the only time where you can actually see the sun with your eyes open is in sunset or sunrise.
Yeah, I was going to say dawn and dusk.
Yeah, so it's the 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but when you can see the sun in the horizon. If you see it in a mountain coming up, that's not the time you can watch it directly. It's when you are in the sea or when you're in a village that you can see it in the horizon. And when you have this red light, the red light is very, very powerful to stimulate the retina and to heal the retina. And you can start doing it 1 minute, and then the next day 2 minutes, because it's not good to do it like 10 minutes right in a row, you know. It's better to start with less time, and feel how you're feeling, and receiving that light. And that's very helpful to like you can do sandwiches, do palming, and then a little bit of sunning, so you can exercise the iris. And when you have the sun in the morning or in the afternoon, I won't recommend them the middle of the day, but in the afternoon and in the morning, with your eyes closed and pointing your nose through the sun to the sun, and with your eyes closed, you can start moving your neck, your head from right to left, to stimulate the whole retina. And you can also play with your eyes closed with the shadows, so it can stimulate also the muscles, bring more light and less light. And you can do this 3 times a week for 5 minutes, just to take care of your eyes. If you are having some issues with your eyes, you can do it longer. And this is really, really powerful. Like, when you see statistics in China, 80% of Chinese people are nearsighted, myopic. And there are a lot inside, and very close, very little rooms, so much. And when you see the statistics from Africa, only 8% of the people are nearsighted. So people in Africa tend to be more outside, and tend to be in a different environment, more outside in nature. And that's something to see how the culturescape and really makes us who we are and what we do, and everything, you know. So the third exercise that I will recommend a lot is, it has to be with the lens, crystalline, and the ciliary muscles that are here. The ciliary muscles, when they get tension, they make the crystalline more concave, and you can actually focus near. So when you are looking near, and 30 years to this time, we've been like 8 hours a day looking near, you know, screen of the computer, the screen of the cell phone, and we have these ciliary muscles contracted. So it's very important to release the tensions, and to do that, we have to look through the window and look far away. So whenever you can, look far, the more far. If you've been like 50 minutes in the computer and you can see the corner of the room, or you can see outside and you can see far, that will bring you relaxation to the muscles. Okay? So these 3 exercises, and also moving your eyes, not only the head, because when we have the glasses on, we tend to move the head, not the eyes. And also to be more flexible with these muscles, we have to move the eyes too. So when you are driving your car, just move your eyes to see the mirror, not moving the head, just move the eyes, you know. When you are walking, you can move your eyes. When you are in the bathroom, you are taking a shower, you can move your eyes. So you don't have to take time that you have to do something else. You can use the time that you have, that you are waiting in a line of the supermarket, that you are waiting for something, that you are in different places. Even in the supermarket, you can start moving the eyes different, or in a party. You know?
This is amazing, Daniel. So
Yeah.
look, we've taken up a lot of your time. So if there's one thing, so I'm going to ask you to share where people can find you, but if there's one thing people can do for their eyes, one thing that you'd recommend. I know you just said 3 exercises, but what's that one thing?
The one thing is to be relaxed and be aware of relaxation. And whenever you are tense because of something and you start seeing blurry, ask yourself, what I'm feeling, and let it be, and start breathing. Breathing will make you aware, and just asking yourselves to release the tension. That is very powerful, and you don't have to do any other exercise. Just be aware.
Amazing.
Oh.
And breathe.
Amazing.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Daniel, that was awesome. Thanks for this, and we certainly should do a second episode with you with eyesight meditation, because I would love to experience that.
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
Me too. And this was like the introduction, and we can talk a little bit more to go deep why this meditation will help you understand and go to the root cause, and unleash the power we have, the self-healing power. Thanks for the invitation.
Amazing.
No,
You're
thanks.
cool. I can't wait to get started. Thank you, Daniel. This is awesome.
Really awesome. Daniel, I will put also for all the people who are listening to that, so in our short description, if it's okay for you, Daniel, I will put your website in, so that if people want to hear that and want to reach out to you, they can.
Yep.
And yeah, and then it would be great to have you here again. And because maybe we should call that episode "For One Eye Only." The second eye comes the next time.
Well, this is for both of us, you know, and those exercises that I've explained have helped people improve their eyesight. Those
Okay.
exercises, only those exercises, and actually understanding why you, by releasing tension, can see better. And there has been plenty of testimonials just by doing these exercises that they have improved their eyesight. The other part is to go deeper and actually releasing more and more tension, but it can be released also just by speaking to the muscles.
Amazing.
Thanks.
Thank
And
you,
with
Daniel.
my name and my last name, you can find me in the webpage or in Instagram, everywhere.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Daniel. And until next time, because we will have For Your Eyes Only Part 2, where we do some meditation.
Thank you. Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.